Wet that thing up.
Yeah, wet that thing up. Yo, what's really good? We're
What's
back again, another episode of What Did We Just Watch?
Fucking hate you guys.
You know it's your homies, it's your boy Engine.
What's up, it's Bobby?
And it's Pota.
And we're back again here with another Halloween-themed movie. Might as well keep it going. And so we did the Halloweens, the classic thrashers, or the slashers. So I think it's only right that we went back and we did a nice Disney Channel movie, Halloweentown. Let's give it up.
Oh my god.
Talk about it. I gotta say, off rip, this was so trash. This was terrible. It was hard to watch. It took 3 sit-downs to get through this movie.
God,
Mother of God.
I couldn't. I almost barely could do it.
Very, very bad.
How did I like this when I was a kid?
I literally wrote that in my notes. I was like, how did I love this movie when I was a kid? Every
I
Halloween,
loved it every time it came on.
Halloween,
like, oh my
I
God,
had to
yeah.
watch it. I had to watch it every year. Every year Halloween.
When I watch it now, it's like, Jesus Christ.
It's very bad.
The lack of effort.
It's very bad.
Jesus.
Let's just go straight into it. I'm gonna go down and give this some synopsis. So we got Halloweentown. It was in 1998. This was released. Okay, so Marnie, the main character, and her siblings get a big shock.
Name by
I know,
the way.
Marnie, nice name. So their siblings get a shock when they follow Grandma home to Halloweentown and find out that they come from a family of witches. The town is the only place where supernatural beings can lead a normal life, but trouble is looming. And on her 13th birthday, Marnie not only finds she is a witch, but that she and her family are involved in a fight against evil that is threatening to take over the world. Coincidence? Maybe. So this, the director of this did actually like a few other Disney Channel movies. Let me click on it. Dwayne Dunham is his name, and he's done some Homeward Bound.
Ooh. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, Little Giants,
That's
13th
all
Year,
Little Giants, I love
Double
that.
Teamed.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Now You See It.
That one's a porno.
Double Teams,
Tiger
Now You
Cruise,
See It.
yeah. But so he's done some classics, but very, very, very bad. Very, very, very bad.
Double, like...
Hmm.
It's like the Disney Channel.
Why would you
They
call
thought it
that
was a
name?
good idea. It was like, hey, let's make a movie
When
Double
someone looks
Teamed.
up our movie, it's
Double
gonna-
Teamed, I know, yeah. Like,
Right?
what were they thinking? But
They're gonna look at that up now. It's gonna be like a straight porn links.
yeah, it's like, where's Double Teamed? Double Teamed, 2 girls.
Two
They
twins.
should
It's
just
the
have
twins,
a movie
right?
called Two Girls, One Cup, and just like starring
Yeah,
like
it's the twin-
animated
it's
cups.
the twins one, right? The
Yeah.
basketball movie, right? That's Double Teams.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So let's start going through this trash movie. Okay, so Halloweentown, it opens up and it's Halloween night, and inside the house, it's the daughter, Marnie, and she's trying to go to a costume party, and she's trying to convince her mom, who very much does not like Halloween. And Marnie is 13, and she thinks she's old enough to do what she wants.
She's an adult.
And she thinks
She says she's practically an adult.
I know, and it's so funny because because this is '98, so I was 8 when this came out, and I remember thinking she was
7.
like older and like oh my
Mad old,
god, yeah,
yeah.
It's
like,
like I
that
can
was
talk to my
7.
mom like that
Yeah,
when
I'm
I'm
like,
13.
I'm like so
Yeah,
badass.
I was like 7. Yeah, 7.
So okay, so
Jeez.
so she's
I
talking
look at now and I want to slap her.
Definitely, I'm thinking like you're a jit, and her homies are there. I'm like, bitch, shut the fuck up.
Right.
And then she, we get introduced to the characters. Her brother's there. He's a straight up nerd, and she's also
Super
got a
nerd.
little sister who's just a
Sophie.
cute little girl. Yeah, Sophie.
Soapy.
So then it cuts to the worst CGI ever, and then Grandma comes in on a flying bus,
Which nobody notices.
Nobody
I know,
notices,
nobody
and they put
noticed
a
that.
they put a bus stop sign there for some reason.
Yeah.
Why would there need to be a
Spider-Web's
bus
on
stop
it.
sign?
That's the beacon for the
It's a
flying
spooky
bus to
spot.
come.
It's a
What are you
spooky
gonna
bus
forget?
stop. It's a spooky bus stop with the spider webs on it.
It's the magic. It's
She's
all
fucking
like
Miss
a little-
Frizzle, Magic School Bus, and just
And
pulls
they
up.
leave the bus stop sign there.
Yeah, it's there the whole time, and they come
Why?
back and they're like, "Where did that bus stop come
Yeah.
from?"
Okay, so yeah, she comes in and she's got a bag, like a purse that's like a fucking
Pet.
dog, basically. It's like sitting at the door, like not
Didn't
coming.
even want to come out of the vehicle. They're
Yeah,
just
it's
like,
like-
come on. She just
she
like
probably
coax it
beats
out.
it.
She coax this bag out
Yeah.
of the fucking vehicle.
Okay, and then it cuts to like a thing of chocolate chip cookies on a plate, and the little girl Sophie is trying to eat them, but the mom won't let her because it's before dinner. And the little girl Sophie, she just turns around, starts pouting, and is repeatedly saying like how she wants the cookie, like, "Oh my god, I really want this cookie. Oh,
She's like
I
a
really
seance,
want
like a
this
chant.
cookie. Man, I really want this cookie." And then behind her, the cookie starts floating over to
towards
Sophie. And then the mom, she's not noticing at first. She turns around and sees a flying cookie, and then grabs it.
Shoves
And
it in
then
her mouth.
Sophie turns around, and she shoves it in her mouth and plays it off. And it's like, how fucking often is this happening? And like, is it always behind their back? Like,
Right.
why
You
is she
never
not
noticed
noticing? Yeah, it's like, what the fuck?
And she's like, "Are you eating the cookies?" You're like, "Go to your room. Go to your room." Like, really?
So, and she's like, "Oh, not again!" Like it happens all the time.
Yeah.
Like, how many times she got away with this?
God, then it cuts to the scene of the brother. What is he saying?
And she's got to do it up until she's 13 years old.
Both of
Yeah.
them.
Until
All
she
of them.
loses her powers.
Yeah.
And what was the brother? The brother was just going off into like a fucking tangent about some random shit. Oh, why Halloween's bad.
What do you say?
Oh yeah, then you go do this, and the candy's bad for your cavities, and then
He's
you
a
do this, and
fucking
he's just
nerd.
going off to a
Nerd.
tangent why they shouldn't go out trick or treating. It's like, shut the fuck up, loser! Like if you don't want to go out, doesn't mean she doesn't want to go out.
If you want to grow up and you want to have friends, don't be like that guy.
Yeah,
She has her friends there, and they want to go out, and the brother's just like telling the mom all these reasons why they shouldn't go out, and like they make your friends leave. It's like, how shitty is that to a kid? Like you're sitting there, all your friends are dressed up, and they're like, "All right, see you later, guys. She'll see you tomorrow." And then you're like, "Me and my 3 loser fucking siblings, loser siblings,
sat home and watched everybody weirdly from their fucking window.
Fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
What are you, a Jehovah's Witness?
Even
And
she
then
gets
we
up,
know-
she's like, her sister, she's like, "Look at this little girl. She's sitting here like wanting to dress up and go out and trick or treat
I
like
know,
everybody
you're
else."
like-
it's like you're not letting her go
Yeah.
out. It's like, what the fuck?
Because like the mom wants him to be normal so bad, but being normal
He's going
means
trick-or-treating.
indulging in like the holidays with everybody else.
Exactly.
Like, but okay, so this is another thing I just thought of right now. And so the grandma walks in, right? And it's Halloween night. She walks in and everyone's ecstatic to see her because they rarely see her. And at the end, we realize this, that she can only transfer over on Halloween night. And I'm thinking like, these motherfuckers only see their grandma on Halloween, and they
Is that
never
a
like
coincidence?
thought of anything. Like, why do we always see? But then we
And we're
never
not allowed to
celebrate
celebrate. We're not
Halloween.
allowed to celebrate
Like
Halloween.
what the fuck? It's like the fucking weirdest thing ever.
And what is having them not having to celebrate Halloween have anything to do with preventing them from becoming superpowered people?
Dress up as a fake witch. Guess
I
what?
know.
I'm gonna psych it and not let you know that you're a real witch. You
Yeah.
can dress up as one and go trick or treating with your friends, but
It's like because you're gonna
she
be
puts
doing
a
that,
costume
it's
on,
gonna
it's automatically like
heighten your
fucking
chances.
powers start coming out of her head.
I
'cause
don't
she
get
dresses
her
up.
the
It's like,
mothers.
doesn't make sense.
The mothers
Do they go
You're
Super
making it-
Saiyan on Halloween night if they dress up?
You're
in
making it
costume?
more suspicious by not letting them go out on Halloween.
Everyone's probably like, "What's wrong
13
with
years,
you,
this
family?"
girl's not allowed to celebrate Halloween. Like, not
Insane.
once. The fuck's wrong?
So the grandma, comes in and she does the classic grandma move. She pulls her bag out and this kids start going through it and it's just filled with candy. And then it's like almost like a never-ending bag. It's like, something like that. And then Marnie finds a fucking pentagram and is hyped. And I'm like, this bitch is a fucking devil worshiper.
She knows everything about like these like kind of
She's like 2 seconds away from saying, "I love Satan."
She's like,
Dead
oh, it's like a
scripture
pentagram
and
from
Halloween-esque
from
type of
Egyptian mummies
things.
and shit like
Yeah.
that, like crazy, like spiritual shit.
from the tomb of Kilimanjaro.
Yeah, sorry, some
Really?
dumb shit. Yeah, she
Grandma's
starts like,
oh,
spitting
you know
knowledge.
your dark powers.
Yes,
You're
Yes, I
fucking-
know Kilimanjaro wasn't a fucking mummy.
It's so fucking retarded.
She gets in, and her grandma's like, yeah, you know your dark spells and your fucking history on this shit. It's like not getting awkward at any point where we're like all the shit adding up. You only see your
Yeah.
grandma. She has an
I
unlimited
know.
secret bag that follows her around. Like,
Yeah, it's like no one's questioning.
what the fuck is going on?
So grandma starts talking, about how it's Marnie's 13th birthday and it's a lucky number and like insinuating something will happen. They eat dinner and cookies, the kids go upstairs, and the mom and grandma start having a private conversation downstairs, and the mom starts telling grandma how much she hates her. Like she's basically like a terrible daughter, and like how much like she sucks about like, doing all this type of shit. And the kids go upstairs, and grandma goes upstairs to the kids and starts telling them a story. But the bedtime story is of Halloweentown. You know what I mean? So, she is an idiot. Like her mom just strictly told you this shit. So I'm like, fuck.
And they're like, is this place real? It's like, it must be. I read it in a book. Oh, here's the book right here.
Yeah,
And it's like this fucking children's book.
I
It's like,
know.
oh, because it's there, it must be true.
It's a
It's
colored
gotta
book
be.
with like 6 pages in it with like pictures. And it's like, oh yeah, I really believe that.
And apparently
fuck.
Marnie's in it.
Yeah, and they love it. Yeah, and then there's a picture of a witch that looks nothing like Marnie.
Definitely like me. And
Yeah.
it's like,
Marnie, that's you. And she goes, that is me.
He's like,
And the brother looks at it and goes, this looks nothing like you. It's a fucking cartoon.
And
A
then
random person.
right when grandma's starting to spit knowledge about like all these witches and all this bullshit, the mom comes in and just shuts everything down. It's like, oh my god,
Get to the story.
No. So mom and grandma are downstairs. And this is when mom and grandma are downstairs and they're having a conversation about Marnie being witch, like private. The kids are upstairs, and how it's up to her, the mom, if she decides to raise her as a witch. And Marnie comes down and starts doing some eavesdropping, like a little bitch as she is. And she
Sneaky ass bitch.
Yeah, and she sees grandma turn their leftover chicken wings, back into a live chicken. Okay, so this is a question I have. So is this now a brand new sentient chicken? Like that
It
now
went
it's
from
just,
6 drums to a whole
it just
chicken.
exists. So this woman basically brings this now live chicken into existence. And then kills it, turns
then
it back
back
to
to
another.
chicken wings.
So like, was that a real chicken that comes in and now has normal thoughts and then just boop, now it disappears? You
I'm
basically
back in
killed
another
him fucking
paradigm,
chicken,
like I'm in another
right?
fucking
I don't know.
world.
It depends.
What? That's what I'm wondering. So what do you think? Like, this really bothered me. I thought about it. I'm like,
Well,
was that a real chicken? Or did she teleport it from somebody else?
That's why I'm kind of thinking she swapped it from a different dimension. From where
think
one
so?
dimension that chicken was alive, in this dimension
It was
the chicken was
drums,
already dead and
fried
chopped
chicken.
up, and so she just swapped. It.
Oh, shit.
And swaps
That
him
was
back.
the way I took
Okay,
it.
I'll
And then
take
she
that.
swaps him back again. When
She
they
swaps
get
him back again. And then she
swaps
leaves
again
it.
Yeah.
And she
Just have
leaves
fun with
it.
your leftovers.
Yeah, and it's
So essentially, that
that
live chicken just traveled between 2 dimensions. Back and
Multiple
forth.
times.
Okay.
And now he's stuck in a fridge about to
Now we're
die.
stuck in a fridge, but yeah,
What-
exactly.
Do you think the mom used, like, when all the kids left and they all snuck out, do you think she's like, Wingardium Leviosa?
Yeah, she
fucking-
sucks. Probably,
hits it
yeah.
with a spell and turns it back into a fucking regular chicken drums and, like, fried chicken?
Yeah,
Hope
I
so.
Somebody
She
got
did.
hungry.
Or she just let it ride and died in the fridge.
Yeah, so like they're doing that shit, and then the mom basically
why-
starts going.
Why would you ever have a fucking kitchen if you can just have fucking magic pure food
I
ready?
know, like
You
what?
just like,
What in the fuck?
your kids will go ahead like, hey guys, dinner's almost ready. Full meal right there. You're like, don't have to spend any money on groceries or
I know.
fucking cook anything. You're trying
Solve world hunger.
right? Hey everybody, free food for everyone.
That's the one thing I didn't like about the Harry Potter movies. They could have solved world hunger.
I know, they could have solved a lot of things. They're
Selfish
They
as
had
fuck.
food just show up on the table every time.
So the mom goes into
How are
basically
you ever poor?
exactly. So the mom goes in like a huge exposition dump so Marnie could overhear, and then Grandma actually came for her help, for Mom's help, because something is going wrong in Halloweentown. She needs the mom to come back to whoop ass, but the mom's a bitch and completely disregards it. So she's really fucking a sketchy ass one. Like, she came here. You know that magic exists. You know that all these things
know
exist.
you're
So
aware.
your grandma or your mom comes here and starts telling you some sketchy
Yo,
shit's
it's
going
fucking
down.
going
Like
down. I
you're like,
need you.
no, because
I'll
fuck
never
you.
do magic again.
Like what? Like she's coming. Like you're terrible.
It's like, alright, your mom's gonna go back and probably die, so that's cool. Like, she's gonna be the only one that can battle the fucking what's his
Yeah.
name. So it's like she's gonna go back, battle, and die, and you're gonna be like, I've never used magic. So
I
guess
know,
what?
it's
Bye,
true.
mom. Hopefully you don't die. Like,
Yeah.
she's gonna. The fuck? Sketchy
Okay,
bitch.
so then it cuts and Marnie goes and wakes up her brother to tell him that she's going to go with Grandma now that she knows all this. And then it cuts to the mom cleaning up the kitchen. And then behind her, like right out of, the mom's sight, Marnie sneaks out of the door. And somehow this mom does not hear her. And I'm like, was that really the best option to sneak out? You don't have a front door.
Yeah,
Why would you
want
go out the door
anywhere
your
else.
mom is right
in the
next
kitchen,
to?
the back door, like.
Right? And it's like, how did she not
She
hear?
threw on the dumbest jacket too. It was like literally just like fucking ribbons. It
Was
was like a ribbon jacket. It was like all like fucking weird shit on it. Like, didn't even cover
ribbons.
up.
And then the brother follows. They see Grandma and she is waiting at the bus stop from before.
And she goes, "Where did that bus stop come from?" It says bus stop, and it
Man.
has spider webs all over it, like on the design.
But why are you waiting for a magic bus? It's magic.
It should just immediately appear.
Yeah, it's like it's magic. And
Magic.
yeah. So Marnie's sitting there, they're watching and she has deja vu about the whole thing. And she thinks
said
it
it,
might
yeah,
be
she said
her
it
seeing the
multiple times,
future. And she might have some powers. And the magic bus pulls up. And then they run to follow, right? So the grandma walks in, they run to follow and walk in without the grandma noticing
the
somehow.
back seat.
It's a short bus, motherfucker.
They go straight to the back seat.
Yes.
The grandma didn't see him
They
in
have to
the
walk
front.
past everybody.
They didn't see anybody, by the way, because they're sitting there talking for a second, and then they hear something
And
talking.
they're looking from the grandma from behind.
And they
like,
look over,
what?
and there's like a fucking giant Frankenstein dude next to them, and they're like, and they start freaking. It's like, how did you get to the back of the bus? Did you not look at anybody when
I
you
know,
walked
that's
in?
exactly
Did your
what I wrote
grandma
down.
not see you two just walk by down the
No,
aisle of the bus?
they snuck from the back door.
Did they?
Yeah.
No, they did not. They walked right in the front.
No, I saw them. Are you kidding? Are you sure?
I'm like 90% sure they walked
I'm about
right in.
95% sure they walked
Okay.
from the back of the bus and they just kind of like crept through
Came
the
in the
door
emergency
and just
exit.
kind of snuck into the very back seat.
All right, we'll give it to him.
All right.
We'll cough it up to
Still.
magic. Okay, so they didn't.
Regardless, if that happened, there's still a huge problem with that, but this
Yeah.
comes after.
Okay, well, even still, there's going to be another big problem that we're about to get to anyway, which even none of this even makes sense. Okay, so they pull up to Halloweentown. And so then I guess, Halloweentown created Halloween. So, like, at one time there was the whatever, and then now they're separate places, so now Halloween's like a ripoff of fucking Halloweentown, basically. So, the grandma runs into her really hideous homie with a classic witch laugh. They give a little dialogue because we're going to see her later, so you better remember her, which I didn't.
I forgot her name.
Me too. Like Heather or something like that.
Like Carla or something.
Yeah, like
Weird shit.
like something like Chris or something like that. We see someone on top of a balcony or something, and it looks all ominous, and he's got a cloak on, so that's, of course, like the sketchy shit.
And then all of a sudden, you see Sophie.
Oh, this is the time-
They
exactly.
get off the bus. They lose the grandma.
Hold
They
on.
don't know where she went. And then they're sitting there talking, like chilling, like, "What's that?" And they like immediately just turn around randomly, like, "There's only 4 rows of seats on this bus."
That's what I want. For first,
and
I
then
wanna
they
get to
look,
this,
and their
like-
little sister just gets off the bus.
But hold on. Okay, I want to go back because Marnie and the brother are just sitting there, right? And they walk out the bus, and Marnie and everyone there are like enamored with everything, and the brother's in denial, and they start wondering where Grandma is, and Marnie just goes, and they're doing a horrible job. She sits and stares in one direction.
Doesn't look around.
She doesn't look
pivot her
around.
head,
She just
doesn't pivot.
stares in one direction. She's like, she just keeps repeating, "Where's Grandma?" We're staring in the same fucking direction.
Look.
And then the brother is like looking all like grabbing her shoulder, like, "Look." And then they look, And then the bus
pulls
moves,
away, and she's
then she's like,
standing
how
there.
did he see her when the bus didn't move yet?
You notice the shoes.
Oh, yeah, the kicks. But then, how did she get in with nobody noticing?
Right.
And why did she get
Where
out
did she
so
walk
late?
in? The back or the
Even
front
if
of
she
the
walked
bus?
in the back of the front, they're both there.
Yeah, exactly.
The grandma's in the front,
she
kids
hung
are in the
underneath-
back.
She hung out, like, just grabbed on underneath the bus or something. Like,
That's what I'm
and
thinking.
like, where'd you do? She's like, you were sleeping. I was faking it. It's
She-
like, how did you catch up to them?
Yeah, I
They
know.
left you in your
Sophie
bed.
Sophie is the witch assassin.
She is, yeah. So the youngest Sophie somehow knows that there's the quote unquote bad thing, that something is wrong, because she is the
Giant
most
pumpkin.
badass out of the whole crew.
She has the most metachlorians out of all.
They're off the charts. The mayor comes in hot and does some terrible magic. He knows the family and their mom, and the grandma's apparently like 200 plus years old. He gets them a ride to grandma's with a taxi
Benny.
cab that's a fucking skeleton,
Benny.
and he tells the worst jokes ever.
What's his name?
Benny, I think.
Benny
the
Bones.
Jets.
He
Benny
starts
Bones.
telling them
Benny Boners?
that it can
Benny
still
Boners.
yeah
He
Benny
got
Boner.
boners.
But he starts telling him that it still can be dangerous around here, and that they're gonna. Then he drops them off for free. So whatever.
Very nice of him.
Yeah, it's very nice.
And they
So
cut to grandma whipping up a potion.
not yet. Because they get to the door and it's locked. There's like a chain first.
Oh,
They
yeah.
get okay. So
And
they,
they're already
gate.
used to all these monsters and everything like that.
They're-
Like,
yeah,
they're
they're
not
not
even
freaked out.
phased
No
at
culture
all
shock.
at this
Like a
point.
bus
They're
full of
just like,
people
all
on
right, this is cool.
yeah.
Like, this is where we're
Bones just drove us in a car.
A skeleton.
And then the kid gets out and he's like, oh, there must be animatronics. Disney
Yeah.
does that all the time.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right, so
I've seen that.
It actually was animatronic.
yeah.
for real.
So they get to a gate and it's locked, like a classic bolt, like.
So good on
Notice
this
that
part.
Disney
What?
does that all the time. It's a Disney movie.
Yeah.
It's animatronic.
Nice. What's up? So
with that
they
bang
get to a lock and Marnie's like, I'm gonna test my powers, and starts rifling off like cliches, open sesame,
Alakazam.
abracadabra, alakazam, and all that bullshit, and it doesn't work. And then all of a sudden, like, she goes and starts arguing with her brother,
the
like
camera pan.
off camera, pans off, and then out of sight, out of camera, Sophie just does something,
see
and
the
the
gate
gate,
just, like,
gate just
slowly opening
opens,
in the
and
background.
Sophie
She's like,
turns
"What
into
happened?"
a frog.
Yeah, she's like, what happened? I just pushed it open. And as they're walking in, and under her breath, and I turned the lock into a frog.
She was
Yeah.
like, wish to
Yeah, yeah.
then she turned into a frog. And
This is
it's
the first time in the movie she shows up her oldest sister.
She is powerful beyond all.
she's the most powerful witch in the whole
Measure.
family.
Measurements.
Beyond
What'd you say?
9,000!
Yeah,
What'd you
she's
say,
the
Chris?
most powerful witch of the whole family. So
Yeah,
apparently.
For sure.
She's only
All right,
like
so
4.
now Grandma is cooking some fucking fire. You know what I mean?
Instant witch's brew. Remember?
Yeah,
For real.
Box.
Instant witch's brew that looks like she just bought it at a gas station.
Why would you cook instant witch's brew?
You're a witch.
And
Whip
you're
up your own
200
brew.
years old. My grandma's fucking 80. You'll
She
never see
still
that
hand makes
motherfucker
her
yet.
shit.
My mom's never even had fucking fast food.
And for something that should be so dangerous that you're so worried about, why are you going to go to like the gas station and get some off-brand fucking witch's
I
brew
know, like,
type
what-
bullshit?
This
And
is
she
gonna-
talks
this is
about
the
how she
bad thing.
made the best batch of witches
like,
brew
I
ever.
need-
She like talks about it the whole time. It's like, bitch, you use instant.
Instant, yeah.
Until later on, then she makes a comment.
This is like the
about it.
biggest problem Halloweentown has ever gone through. And you're like, huh, instant? Yeah, let me go for that
Alright,
cheap
someone's
ass
gonna
shit.
take
Like,
over. I'm gonna try to just.
I need help from your mother who denied me, and fuck it, I'm just gonna use this instant stuff
Yeah.
as well.
So she's whipping
You
up.
notice when she pours it into the fucking. Oh, that was before. This was after.
Okay, hold
No,
on.
she throws it in the microwave.
Yeah.
Do you see the buttons that she pushes?
Yeah. Hold on, we'll get there. So she's cooking up some fire, and then it is right there.
Yeah. She mixes it and throws it straight in the microwave.
It's a toil or what is it?
Bubble, toil and trouble.
Yeah,
It
something
says,
like
it says
that.
bubble, and one button.
It's-
Toil is one button,
Yeah.
and then trouble. She goes bubble, toil, and trouble. Like
So her
that's
her
like,
senses.
really? It's a futuristic witch. They just have a microwave that says toil, like whatever. The fuck
But
it is.
so her senses as a witch are
This is
terrible
Halloweentown.
because she only notices something when the kids are literally about to knock on the fucking door.
She goes, someone's
Yeah.
coming.
So she's got to take them home, but they want to stay and help fight the bad thing. Blah blah blah. So she uses the cauldron to summon. She starts talking to them like, "This is what I do to check on shit."
And she's completely cool with it, by the way. Like, her grandkids just literally just came from a completely
Another
another
dimension.
dimension
Yeah.
on their own for the first time.
Okay.
It's like, hey, what are you doing here?
I'll take you back. No, after I learn
Your
to be
mom
rich.
must
Alright,
be
cool, that's fine.
pissed.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. I'll take you back another time.
wanna help?
Even though I can only travel there during Halloween, so it's got to be a
Yeah,
whole
it's
year.
true. It's got to be tonight.
So, and also, apparently, it's...
Different times.
Yeah, 2 hours
Could be
in
anything.
Earth is 2 days
No,
in
it could be anything.
Halloweentown.
It could be 2 days, 2 weeks.
Yeah, she did say that.
She literally
But
does
so
it.
do they not age?
No, that's why she's
It's just
200 years
really
old.
slow.
Look, she's 90.
Yeah, but
Doesn't
okay.
make sense, yeah.
All right, so she
just
whips
random.
up a
It's random,
so
apparently.
she whips up a cauldron to show a picture of a zoomed in
fast.
guy's face,
Fast
like
days.
howling.
Yeah, it's like this weird green
Yeah,
monster.
Okay, yeah, some ugly ass dude. Okay, and then like the shit that she put in the microwave is up, and then Sophie's like, "Are you cooking chowder, Grandma? I like chowder."
Yeah.
It's like said so terribly. Like you could have cut that out, and it wouldn't have changed a fucking thing. So she pulls it out the microwave, and I don't even get why she needs one. But she fills up the stick thing, starts saying a spell.
She fills it up. She's just literally like,
Yeah, just
like
pour
I
it
said,
up.
nothing's going in. She's literally just like,
Yeah, it's fucking dumbass. So she starts saying a spell, the lights flickers, but then go out, and she's like, "That's what I get when I try and use instant." Like instant newts? Like what the fuck? Why would you even get
I
that?
think it would have been better if I'd done it from scratch. She's like, bitch, if you're so
She
worried about
reads
this
the whole-
threat, you
she
should have
read
been
the
done
whole
it from
recipe.
scratch.
She read the whole recipe and she goes, "Oh, I guess we can get all these ingredients in town." So why didn't you do
I
that in
know.
the first place?
I know.
You're letting the whole Halloweentown like be at stake because you didn't want to go down to the town and get
Lazy
the
bitch.
4 ingredients. This is literally 4 the kids get it in 2 minutes. They get all the ingredients in 2 minutes. How hard is it?
I know it takes. Yeah, it's like literally.
You probably have that stashed away. You're 200 years old. I'm pretty sure you got a couple of fucking vampire fangs lying around. Like,
For real.
what the fuck?
It's like, fuck you, Disney, for questioning our intelligence like this.
Yeah. So now the new plan is to go around the city and get all the ingredients, but they got to be super covert. So it cuts to the mom, and she finds that all the kids are gone. And then it cuts back, and the grandma and the kids are walking down the street. And then it cuts over to, like, someone waving at grandma, and it's the worst costume I've ever seen. It's supposed to be like a cyclops, but it looks like it's made out of fucking paper mache. It's like a gigantic head on a normal person's body. Did you notice?
Yeah.
It's like, why did you even show that?
All of them were like head costumes and then normal
Yeah,
people
it's
bodies.
so fun.
It's so weird.
All of them
So-
were like heads.
yeah.
And then normal people body.
So they walk past the movie theater, and which is closed forever, and somehow Grandma just notices now. And then she
I've only
shoulder,
been here for 200 years in this town.
and she shoulder checks some psychopath, and Grandma, like she
friend.
shoulder checks somebody, and in slow motion it zooms in on their
It
face.
turns out to be her friend from earlier.
Now
That
she's
she
Yeah,
saw on
Harriet.
TV.
Harriet was her name.
Harriet.
Yeah.
She's all gross and shit.
Like,
now.
why
And
would-
this was the same day.
It
This
took
was like
2 minutes,
10 minutes.
movie
They went
minutes.
to the house and came back down.
And
That's why-
she turns around and just looks like, oh my god, that's Harriet. Bitch, wouldn't you turn around and be like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I don't know why
I
did
just
you?
saw
okay?
you. I just saw you 30 minutes ago and you were normal. It's
She just turns around and
like, oh, hell, that must be Harriet. Oh, Harriet, all right, see you later. You know you weren't like this 10 minutes ago when I saw you.
So they go and they see the mayor. And
The
he's
mayor?
doing, they go and see the mayor. And they go and they do some terrible, okay, so he walks in and the mayor does the terrible Soapy joke. He calls her Soapy and they're like, hey Soapy,
All
Soapy,
three
like
of
you
them.
dumb
Soapy?
fuck. Yeah, he's an
That's what
idiot.
I
He's an
call
idiot.
her.
And the grandma tells the mayor about, what's going on and what she's
Right.
been seeing. And he starts acting very suspicious and tells her to fucking calm her
Stop.
tits and just
Just
vibe
stop.
out and let him
Well,
deal
yeah.
with it.
her
2
tits,
days.
her tits
2
were
days.
wilding. They were
2
going all
days.
over the place.
Yeah.
2 days. Maybe
So-
he secretly knew that she was going to turn 13 and then it would be over once she
knows?
turns, once it goes past her birthday.
Yeah, maybe.
No,
So her
no,
birthday's
because
on
2 days the portal would close to
Oh.
Earth.
Yeah. So that he's trying to get it done before all that shit happens.
It had
He's
nothing
like,
to
hey,
do
just-
about her birthday. It was about Halloween.
Yeah,
Her
so
birthday's on Halloween. And
Fuck
she's
you.
about to be the other witch to help fucking power it up.
Fuck
Okay.
you.
Alright, so fuck that.
Suck
fuck
it.
the man. So Marnie wanders over and she starts looking at the witches' brooms. They look so fucking lame.
Oh my god,
They
how
look so
bad
lame.
did those fucking things... Bro, I remember though, I was a
so
kid and it was like, oh, those look pretty cool.
I know, me too. And I'm like,
I was like, oh, those look
the
pretty
brooms.
cool. And now,
Oh, yeah.
and now I'm looking, I'm
all
like,
one's like an
what a
electric
piece
guitar.
of shit those things
It looks like a
are.
ray
It's
gun
like
in
you
a
watch Back to the
cartoon.
Future
Yeah.
when you're a
my
kid and
God,
you're like,
it's
dude, this
so
hoverboard looks so sick. And you look at
bad.
him now and you're like, God.
And the salesman is like a wolf and Elvis.
Dude, he was awesome.
And he's acting like it's a guitar.
No, he was a wolf? Or no, he was a zombie.
Oh,
he was a zombie.
He was a zombie.
Elvis.
The zombie Elvis.
And then all of a sudden, this
Talk
kid
funny.
Luke comes up and he starts talking shit for absolutely no reason.
Johnny fucking Tsunami.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Dancing
talk
on the
Johnny
grandparent.
Tsunami, the
His
grandparent,
grandparents.
talking shit to the grandma,
It's like
talking
a
shit.
Disney movie.
Yeah,
It's a theme.
like
Maybe they always have that punk kid in Disney movies that
Yeah.
like talk shit to their grandparents.
Talking shit, but he was also trying to speak.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
It's supposed to be the love interest, like he walks in, he's like this asshole, but he's this good-looking guy.
kid with
They
this
talked
weird
about him
kind
before
of
getting
tongue
this
mouth
shit.
thing.
It's like everything seems very like over, like he's very like he's like what the, you know what I mean? Like come on,
Over exaggerating
yeah,
his mouth
exactly.
movements when he talks.
And he says he's somewhat of a big cheese around it.
I'm kind of a big cheese.
Oh, yeah, he's
And then
Right.
she gets him,
Cheese.
and then she gets him. She
that
sons him.
smell?
Yeah, she's like, oh yeah, I was wondering. Yeah,
Something
like,
smelled so bad around here.
And it was just
must be the big cheese.
Oh, so you think that they're gonna hook up? No, Marnie wants them.
She
So then,
wants a big cheese.
yeah, so he tries to holler at Marnie. She's not fucking feeling it. This kid's a fucking nerd. And he tries to talk G-code, and then knocks over some brooms on the way out. Grandma's.
And then the other guy goes, Luke is such a wiener.
Oh yeah, he gets
Yeah,
him.
the guy,
Yeah.
the
calls
broom
him a
salesman.
wiener.
The broom
Yeah.
salesman. So then they're like, oh yeah, she wants this broom. She's
That's
like, yeah.
PG for
She goes,
dick.
yeah, can I get this one or what is it? Oh,
Yeah, so
again.
go.
And then she's like, yeah, grandma. I'm like, I want this one. The guy's like, you want to wrap that up for you? She's like, nah, we'll fly it out.
Oh yes! I thought that was so lame. But the way it just zooms in on
Does
her
that
face.
mean they stole it? Because that's what I took it for.
No,
No, it's the way she said it was just so lame.
It's like, you know,
like,
when
It's like,
people
we'll
buy shoes
fly
and
it out.
you know,
She
people
like, just grabs it and
we'll
just
fly it out.
You remember like the old 80s
fly it
movies?
out.
The 80s movies are always in like a department store and like, you want me to wrap it up for you? And they're like, no, I'll wear it out.
Yeah,
They try to get on one of those, but it's like,
But it's
nah,
the way she
we'll
said
fly
it, like
out.
it zooms in on just the grandma's face, like, no, we'll fly it out. Or like something.
Yeah,
she
she
says
has like
fucking
accent,
loser.
and they just like they both take off and they come right back.
Yeah,
Then
and
they come
then
right
it
back.
cuts to some nice ass green screen of Marnie and Grams on the fucking broom, and it's so bad. And then the grandma's just looking back like, oh, what a witch's life it is. Oh my god. And then they land, and the mom pops up with perfect timing to finish the grandma's sentence. You know, a classic movie like that. She says they have to go home, you know. The end of Marnie's broom looks like a rubber chicken.
It does.
You said that too?
Yes.
Yes.
It looks like the rubber chicken.
It looks like
that you
a
put in the
rubber chicken,
bathtub.
dog. Yes, yes. Oh my god. And then, you know, the mom's being a real bitch, and she makes them say goodbye. Like, Marnie's literally fucking crying, and I feel terrible. All because the threat of being grounded. Marnie's like, all right.
Yes, yes.
You're
She's like,
grounded.
You're
Yeah.
grounded. And all of a sudden, the look on Marnie's face
It's
just
so
drops.
serious. Yeah.
Like, all right, I'm
So,
done.
like,
Can't
her
do
pet
anything now.
gerbil just died.
Can't do anything.
To imagine that has...
It's just like, her life is over because her mom said she was grounded.
Yeah.
It's like, we're in another
what?
dimension and I'm a witch.
But
Shut
we're
up.
really gonna die.
He's like, fuck you, bitch, and you're
Yeah.
grounding, you
I
pussy.
know,
I'm in another
out.
dimension,
I'm turning you
baby.
into a rock.
Fuck out of here with that shit.
All right, so they get to the bus stop, and then the people that like sell the tickets are like these two-headed guys that are connected together, and they're so
Fucking
fucking
espresso.
lame and stupid. And they say that, you know, the bus has engine troubles. How?
It's
the
magic.
bus.
It can do whatever the fuck it
A
wants.
couple of hours? The fuck?
It ran out of magic.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
all the magic
Nah,
in that
fucking
town.
magic. And they mention the mayor, and then, you know, like they say something about the mayor, and the mom's like, oh, we'll go to the mayor, and we'll go
I know
back.
Calabar.
And they don't know.
They
like,
don't know
The kids
that.
don't fucking say anything like, oh yeah, by
Calabar's
the
the
way,
name.
you know the fucking mayor from back in the day wanted your tits.
Yeah, remember?
But they
They
slide.
didn't say shit the whole
They
time.
didn't say
They
shit.
talked about his mom.
No,
earlier.
shock factor.
Yeah. So then they pull up, and the thing.
God.
Okay, so we're at Salazar's fucking. We're at his office, and the thing that tells him that someone's there is so weird. It pops out and it goes.
Salazar.
It's Salazar.
So did you see the thing that like pops up and goes, "Hey, someone here for you, boss." It's
And
like
he
a
has a
little
pink-
puppet,
oh, yeah.
and he whistles at the mom. He like, weird, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like hollers at the fucking mom. So the mom comes in and then Salazar sees him and he starts fucking flirting off rip, and the mom is fucking feeling it. She unbuttons her top, she
Her
lets her
shit got
cleavage
wet.
hang.
Her
You know
shit
what I'm
wet
saying?
it up.
Hey, she wet that thing up.
He wet that
He
thing.
wet
He
that
wet
thing
that
up. He wet that thing
He
up.
wet that thing up.
So-
That bitch was woke.
And then
Woke
yeah,
that
so she's really feeling it, and the kids don't know what the fuck is going on. And the secretary comes in.
She's a pin cushion.
She's a fucking pincushion, and she starts laughing
What the
uncontrollably.
What kind
So that's a
of,
sewing pin cushion? Why is she there with notes all over? Like it's like,
So
it's
hold
like
on,
a
is that-
fucking message board.
Is that like her creature? She's half pincushion thing, or she
She's
just
bound to be a
wore
secretary.
pincussion dress? I don't
I
get
don't
it.
know.
Like, is
She's
her,
bound to be a
other people are
secretary.
Is her dad a pincushion or
That
a
guy's
mom, a
fucking
woman,
Frankenstein.
or
That
vice
guy's a
versa?
vampire.
You're
How
a
does that
I'm
work?
a half pin cushion.
Is that guy
woman.
a chair? Like, can you just be any
That guy's a teapot.
inanimate
He's a
object?
teapot.
Yeah. Okay.
Pin cushion, bitch.
Yeah, and she couldn't stop laughing. So Grandma's walking down the street, and Luke begins to fucking terrorize her again. Like, this guy's a savage.
Actually, yeah.
And he starts telling her what he knows, like just starts dropping shit. And she doesn't know, who this bad thing
He
is.
wants
but
the
he knows it.
talisman.
He's talking to
or-
grandma.
He's talking. No, Luke's talking to Grandma.
Yeah, he's like,
And
he
start-
wants the talisman. She's like, who are you talking
Yeah,
about?
so she doesn't know, and he's like, you don't know him, but he really knows you, and he wants to meet you. And he's like, he's trying to meet you, so come over, come through, and he's gonna reveal himself to you. So she's like, holla back.
She's like, I'm down. So she starts to follow him to an abandoned movie theater where apparently he's at. And Marnie, along with Sophie, the brother, and the mom, can see her through the window being led by Luke into the abandoned movie theater.
Yeah.
She's like, oh shit, she's with Luke, I gotta go help. And the mom's like, don't you dare! And then Marnie's like, fuck you! And then she goes anyway.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, the grandmother just kind of agrees to go and walk and meet this dark force dude,
And no backup.
unarmed,
Yeah.
with no backup whatsoever. They go inside the theater, and it looks all dark and ominous, and
then
there's
like all of her homies.
They're not court. Yeah, all
They're
the
basically
all the
it's all the
essentially.
people, remember she talked about her neighbors
yeah.
dipping
all
and
the affected
going,
neighbors essentially they are there.
and she sees Harriet.
Stoned out of their mind.
When the fuck did Harriet get there? When they were walking by the fucking movie theater, Harriet passed by them walking
Maybe
the opposite direction.
Right there.
But no, she was walking like all the way. What she didn't hop
around,
in.
It's
maybe
got a
it's
time limit. Maybe it took another.
That's why she was
couple
getting like
minutes.
that. When she gets
Yeah.
all the way to like full corpse, then she's already in there.
I mean, that's true. Okay. So then she sits down or whatever, and then the crazy guy comes in through the screen, and he wants the chalice.
Is the most annoying fucking
what?
thing.
Talisman.
He wants the talisman.
The chalisman.
Yeah, so he.
Chalice
yeah,
man.
he's like annoying, and he has like,
Chalice
this echo, like,
man.
reverb or whatever the fuck on his voice. So he wants the talisman. And then I'm wondering, where did she even
Talisman.
get the fucking talisman?
Oh, she just had it.
It's just like
She's had it in the crib.
MacGuffin. Like you just have it. Like
Nobody knew she had it this whole time. Until that day.
she's like, oh, it comes in
200
handy.
years.
I gotta,
200
like,
years.
and then Luke keeps like getting a word in edgewise, like saying some slick shit, like yeah, get him. And then the dude's like,
Will you shut up? I thought that was nice.
That was pretty nice. That was pretty nice. And then so homie just starts fucking shooting at grandma.
Bro, her deacon skills.
She's deaconing it. She's deaconing.
But she's moving so slow. She's like,
bro, it looks like it's slow motion. Like I let you, it was slow. Yeah, she's like, it's insane.
yeah.
Like,
I
she
wrote
played
down
for
in here
Average
like
Joe's
he's
type of
blasting
shit.
fucking magic balls of fire at her. She's like doing the slowest moves ever because she's 90. She's 250 years old.
Yeah.
Balls of freezing.
Ooh.
It's like
Because it freezes.
Yeah.
So then she's fucking deaking him, but she looks like she's like just flowing with the wind, slow as fucking, just nothing's hitting her.
She's got like these Jackie Chan like reflexes.
But then what I don't get is one of these fucking lightning balls, it hits one of the guys that's already sitting there, and it knocks him out, and then he just goes flying, gets sucked into the screen. But then later on, when they get hit,
They just
they
slowly
sit there.
fall over.
because he was already in petrified stage.
Okay,
Yeah,
we'll
yeah,
give him
so
that. We'll
can't
give him
control
that.
himself.
We'll give him
That's stage two.
So it's stage two.
Stage
Yeah,
two
makes sense.
petrification.
They got hit
So-
in stage one. If they got hit
Yeah.
again while in stage one, then they go to stage two.
It makes sense. And then the mom comes in hot, and the kids all come in.
That's
and
quick maths.
Facts.
the mom comes
Maths.
down and does a terrible spell, and because he sees Luke, and turns him into flowers.
She says power.
She says,
And that stops him.
and then he just like walks away like,
It's
he
like,
just stands there.
shit.
She goes, "Oh, I meant this. I said power, not flower."
she said power.
Yeah, I know. And then it makes this.
Why would you say flower?
I know. And then he literally just pops a bunch of sunflowers on him, and he can't move. He's
don't
instantly.
get it.
It's so stupid.
You just turn into a bunch of flowers and you can't move.
It's like you just put a bunch of flowers on me.
It's
Thanks.
retarded.
I smell good. My face is still sticking.
So
out.
then, and then
I
they
can't
do
move.
they do the classic like Hitman's Bodyguard style shit. The mom pushes the grandma out the way, and she gets hit by the
She
fucking
takes it.
bolts,
She takes
and she starts fucking becoming a statue.
And boom, she's frozen and falls.
And then boom, grandma
Grandma
backs
doesn't
her up.
move. She literally just stands there and waits, and then she just gets shot too.
But
You
okay,
deke
so
30
this is
shots,
what
and
I-
then now
so
it's
I-
like.
Yeah, but I thought this was funny. So the grandma gets hit, and as they run out, they have to. But then I think like they have to make sure that these kids don't think that their parents are dead or everything like this, right? So they're like, while everyone else is frozen, like automatically, she goes and she has
time
to
to do it.
She gives like this whole thing. She goes, "Don't worry, it's just an evil spell that freezes us." Like she has to say that exact thing. Like, don't worry, we're not dead.
Everybody
Just
else,
in case,
her
like-
mom dropped like a fucking fly.
Yeah.
Her, she's like, no, it's just a spell to freeze us.
She's powerful more.
Go.
But I just thought it was funny,
Marty
like,
gets them
just to
too
make
later
sure, like the kids
Yeah,
know that
right.
they're not dead.
And they come back, yeah.
We are not dying. We are
Honey,
frozen
you have
in
to
time.
You have to install it. Remember
Because
she gets
put that in realistic terms, like, or in reality, if that was true, like those kids would be like, my mom and grandma just died. You know what I mean? Like straight up, like if they didn't know, they'd be like, they're fucking dead.
They should do like a dark version of this.
I would love to. I would love for that to be a thing.
That would be awesome.
They actually get like fucking blasted. Their heads go off and explode.
Because
No, they would still be frozen because they have to have like just a way to come back. But still,
Yeah.
No, they have to kill them. Dark version.
they could just
Everyone-
like set them
everyone
on
dies.
fire ever so slightly, so
Everyone
they're just
dies.
cooking over time.
But these kids are badass. So they escape and they go and they have to decide like, all right, we're gonna go and get these fucking ingredients and we're gonna stop this piece of shit.
She's standing on the sidewalk giving the speech to her brother and sister.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, "We're Cromwells. We can conquer anything." It's like, you just found out you're a witch an hour ago. It's like, how do you all of a sudden know your legacy?
Where did this family power
They
come
just
from?
got there, and she's like, now she knows the whole family legacy. She knows what they can do just because she watched her mom and her grandma get frozen. It's like, now we know everything. We can conquer the world.
We have untapped
We're Cromwells.
Yeah.
You had no idea about this an hour ago when you're at your house chilling. You had no idea about any of this Cromwell fucking legacy. The fuck out of here, you little bitch.
So they slide, and the first place they're gonna go to is the werewolf hair. So they go to like a salon, and the fucking barber's like a werewolf, and he's cutting someone's hair, and the little brother sneaks up behind him while Marty
Which
distracts him
asks
by
about
trying
a
to ask him
job.
for
Yeah.
exactly.
And clips like a giant
He
chunk
shaves
out
half
of his
his head.
head.
So the kid sneaks up, goes to the back of his head, literally the middle of the back of his head, clippers his hair, and gets a chunk.
A good 6-inch line in the
And
back
then,
of his head.
so the guy, he howls.
About an inch thick.
But he
Yeah.
howls, and then he looks into the mirror, and he's like, oh my
Fake
god, and then he's
orifice.
like, he looks and he's like, oh man, this could be a good look for me. And I'm like, bitch, you
Hey,
can't even
and then he
see
goes,
it.
That's
To the
what I
back
thought.
of your
He didn't
fucking
even look at the
head.
back of his head. He didn't see the cut back here.
Yeah.
He looks at it, brushes the side of his hair, and goes, this could be a good look for me. Hey.
Yeah, he's like, oh, yeah, like,
Yo,
hey. I think I wrote that
wait.
exact thing too.
Yeah,
Well,
but
then-
he didn't even look at the back of his fucking head where he got clipped.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck?
So everybody wins.
Yeah, so they didn't, do anything bad. So they go to the gym, and and there's these gross-looking fucking dog people, doing Pilates. And they're looking for a ghost because they need ghost sweat. Yes, you heard me correctly.
Ghost
sweat. When it makes no sense. So they find a ghost, and he's, thank God, going into a sweat box. Of all things.
He just happens to go into a sweat box.
Yeah, and
The only ghost they've ever seen this entire time is walking into a sweat box.
yeah. And the ghost
And it
has
looks
a hat
like
on.
there was only one
Sweat
sweatbox
box.
in that entire room.
Yeah.
And Frankenstein was the controller of it. He locked him in there.
And he's
so-
got a hat. Yeah.
He's like an old
has a
'30s,
hat.
'40s ghost because he has like
He's
that
got a
weird-
bowler's hat.
It looks like
Yeah.
he's fucking Al Capone.
Hey, how's it going?
So he
Easy.
sits in there, and then
You know,
they're
wise
kind
guy.
of like in the room
just standing
discussing
there.
on what they're gonna do
Yeah.
awkwardly,
In
and
a
then
tiny house.
they're
Where'd
like, "Okay,
Frankenstein go?
I'm gonna go distract him."
Where'd
Okay,
Frankenstein go?
so it's literally just this dude in the room by himself in the steamer, and these kids just in the fucking corner randomly, and then all of a sudden one just starts to come up and starts to ask really stupid
The
fucking
brother.
questions.
The brother goes up in his first
and he's just
question.
letting it ride. It's like, what the fuck?
Did
is
you
this
know
weird
seahorses, sea
conversation?
monkeys?
Yeah.
He go, did you know sea monkeys are really shrimp?
I mean, like,
I didn't know.
Yeah.
why
Hey.
the fuck are you in here?
Yeah, he's like,
get the fuck
hey,
out.
I didn't know that guy. Hey,
you
I'm
wise
gonna
guy
come
over
in.
here.
You wise guy over here. I got sea monkeys over here.
And then the chick is next to him, turning the shit
Turns it on
hotter.
like full
Yeah.
blast. Full blast.
Killing
scene.
this man.
He's already a ghost.
Basically, yeah, so he's gonna get double dead.
Double
That's the thing,
dead,
look it
go.
up. And then Sophie starts being very fucking racist, and she picks up a fucking white sheet and starts doing the ghost sounds around him. The guy doesn't appreciate it.
She's
In
like,
his PC
racist.
culture, this movie would
She's
not
like,
slide
"Can-"
today.
He's like, can you not do that? It's
I
kind
hate
of
when people are
offensive.
so
It's kind of offensive.
so stereotyping or
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah, and it's I felt
I
some
don't
type
take
where
that
my
very
God.
kindly.
So fucking offended.
I was
I don't like
fucking
I don't like
offended.
wise guys. See,
I wrote
that's
that, yeah.
basically what he
He's like,
said.
"Oh, these wise guys
These
over
fucking
here."
wise
Yeah.
guys over here.
So
Not all ghosts wear sheets.
yeah.
Right?
And
Jesus.
so then there's like a one thing of dripping sweat off his nose, and then
She
they
walks
get
up
it.
and
Marnie gets it, and then they don't turn the heat off. They just slide. And the
then he
guy's
just-
like, he's like,
Attendant,
help! He's like,
attendant.
attendant, come and help. But then for some
As soon
reason,
as the door closes,
Luckily,
it
it's
pops
on a
up.
timer.
that's exactly what I was thinking. He's asking for help,
Help,
yelling for help,
help,
and then
help.
he gets out like
The
perfectly
door
fine.
closes and then it's like.
And then
It
he's
was, probably
skinny.
on a, it was probably on a timer or something like that.
No, fuck that. And then he's skinny. He was a fat fucking slob ghost, and then he
He
was
couldn't
so.
fit when he went to go get it.
Why
Remember, it's like,
would that turn him skinny?
Remember he tried to sit in and like he had a squish in his ghost
Yeah.
body, squishing. He made a noise like squishing, and then he comes out. He's like skinny. Shorts are about
Why?
56-inch waist shorts, and he's about a 30. Now all of a sudden
Fucking
he comes
retarded.
out. Steam cleaned him, bro.
So
Brought him
okay, so
down.
now the next thing is they need a vampire fang, and the dentist is taking out a vampire fang, thank God. And then Marnie fucking commits like a felony and pretends to be like a doctor,
Yeah.
and like and then fucking like gets the fang or some shit.
Yeah, she walks in with the thing and catches.
And then she
Yes!
starts talking.
Right
she
next
gets
to him.
it, turns around.
Opens
They're
it
in
up,
a
looks
room
at-
with just you and your doctor.
She-
He's like,
she
yes,
opens
I
up-
got it.
Yes,
Like,
vampire fang.
what'd you say? What'd you say, assistant? Like,
What a
what's going
shitty
on?
doctor too. He didn't realize what the hell.
I
he
didn't.
was giving.
I'm a
who he was
goblin.
giving
I'm the
fang
tooth
to.
fairy, but I didn't know I had a 13-year-old human girl as my assistant this whole time.
I know, like, is
And
there
she's
a
like,
deleted
yeah.
scene where she beats up a fucking nurse, like something like that?
In
and,
a
like,
closet,
has
drags her in a closet, like
Yeah,
in movies,
what
like
the
backwards,
fuck?
takes it, comes out with the
See,
clothes.
like a streak of blood, like running into the.
And then it's like they
janitor's
show the
Yeah,
body,
yeah.
them
This is
there
very
with
a
their
dark
underwear,
movie
just their
originally.
underwear on, and they're like her
Yeah.
walking out with their clothes on.
So, they're very successful. They get the shit. And then,
within the day.
Within the day.
Within 10 minutes.
So
And all
she
of
gets it, and then.
Grandma couldn't get that. She had to get instant.
Yeah, she had to get it. She's a puss. So they run into the skeleton cab guy, and he wants
Bro,
to get
he's
them a
sketchy.
lift. And then Sophie senses that he's something with the bad thing, and the skeleton just starts fucking freaking
You
out.
see what he said?
Starts assaulting the fucking brother, and starts trying to touch him.
Grabs him by the neck, basically.
Yeah.
You hear him say, "Get in the car!"
Yeah, he's like, get in the fucking car,
Get in the
motherfucker.
fucking car.
And then Marnie calls him a bonehead.
And he's like,
A little
"Oh,
on the nose there, Marnie. Not enough here for fucking puns. Get your brother. He's being assaulted by a fucking sack
getting-
of bones.
yeah.
This isn't time for jokes, bitch. Get him.
hey, bonehead,
Hey, you fucking bonehead. Oh, it's like, what the
good
fuck?
one. I'm still choking your brother to
He's like,
death.
he's-
How would his hands stay together if he was squeezing?
Would he really have that much pressure? Like,
There's no
He
nerves,
there's no
or
muscles.
tendons, or anything.
There's
He
no
wouldn't have any strength.
Yeah, like, would there
He
really
was
So
Just
that
the
says
finger-
something about Marty's little brother. He's a
He's
pussy.
soft
bitch.
as a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Can't even,
Saw that little bill. God
can't even
That little
fucking
bit.
defend
Nah,
himself
Bill.
against
Nah, boy.
a skeleton.
boy.
No, pussy, yeah, boy. So then, and then Sophie sticks a dog on him, and he's like, "No,
Get
not
the bone.
Yeah,
She tells him to get the bone.
yeah. Oh,
Fetch the
probably
bone.
got one. So they go and make the potion. Vampire fang, ghost sweat, werewolf hair, and then she goes a la mode. What the fuck is a la mode about? Isn't a la mode with ice cream?
I think.
Bitch, I didn't see no motherfucking ice cream. Did you?
She whipped that thing up, though.
Oh, she whipped
whipped
that
thing up,
thing
though.
up.
Hey, she whipped that thing up, though.
my
God damn, she whipped it up.
All right, so she pours it in, and then she doesn't remember the spell because she's a fucking moron. She's 13.
She
And then,
copied the whole recipe down, but didn't remember the actual spell
yeah,
to
yeah,
actually make it work.
for
You can
real.
put all that in a bowl, and it doesn't mean shit.
and then after some terrible attempts, she tries. A little
Oh my
sister
God.
has to go and show her up one more again.
She's
One
got that
more
memory.
And then she starts spitting bars, you know what,
What
I
did
mean?
she say, dude?
She's like, yeah, I'm like, damn. She's
I
a
don't know
fucking
what it is.
she's the newest, like, Tupac of the generation. And then, it's still not working. And then they try together, and then they get it. So it fucking works. The light goes
It
on.
lights up. And you also, as soon as they do it, you can see the thumbs go, "Teet." Yay.
Did you? No, did you really?
I think so, yeah.
No.
It was like, "Teet."
You saw the flash, like
Yeah.
the flick of the fucking switch.
Yay.
Yo, look. It's a spell.
Bektiki ma, bektiki fear, bektiki ein, leref mitum, no bid.
Yeah! Oh fuck. So fucker. I gave you just found that real quick.
That was a spell, yeah, bro.
That's
I
hilarious.
got that shit on lock,
I
dog.
bet
I
that's
got
on
that
lock,
shit
dog.
saved in my phone, dog. I got the spell locked. Keep that motherfucking thing on me, dog.
that
You don't want
thing,
that. You don't want that talisman. Pussy boy.
Okay,
Yeah, but
they get it. All right, so
better than yours.
after they fire up the tiny talisman, they go to the movie theater and they try, and then they just go to the movie theater. They walk in and they just try to wave it in front of the mom and the grandma.
Because that's gonna work.
The brother goes, Alakazam, woo!
And then
spin.
then all of a sudden she's like, I remember grandma saying about something
Every-
has to be installed.
After this
Yeah, they
part,
install it.
everything that comes out of Marnie's mouth is like, Grandma always said
Yeah, like,
this and this and that.
bitch, you
You
see
see
her
that one?
13
How
you
many
seen her
times?
13 times in
In
your
your
life.
whole life.
You are 13, you only see her at Christmas.
See my grandma 13 times in like a month.
Halloween. And then, you've only seen her 13 times. What the fuck?
You see your grandparents like
I don't even
a
know
lot,
this
man. You
bitch.
don't even know that motherfucker, dog. Fuck.
What were you gonna say?
So then she, I don't even remember her. She was talking about fucking, it's only a spell that keeps him frozen. She had enough time to tell him that you have to go fucking download this app and install it into your phone and do this bullshit. When did she say that?
don't
Did
know.
anybody remember her saying you have to
I don't
install
remember
this
that.
fucking
No.
talisman into a pumpkin dick?
And then she,
No,
what
she,
the fuck?
no, she didn't say that. She's something about humans mimic Halloween.
that was she goes.
That's what she got from it.
She goes-
Grandma did say that.
She goes, we
Halloween
mimic
gets
Halloween.
mimicked.
We have a light. Where do you put a light on Halloween? Jack-o'-lantern, basically.
Only
It's like,
thing.
oh. And then remember they got some when they first walked in, like, that doesn't look like the pumpkin from the book. And, like, something bad's in it.
Oh,
That's what
because it
Soapy,
didn't have the
Soapy's
fucking
bitch
talisman.
ass. Yeah, because it was dying.
Sophie knows.
Soapy
and she's
fucking
keeping it
knows.
on. So she
Soapy
doesn't want to
bitch.
show up her fucking shitty ass
All the
sister.
time. She's the most powerful witch in the whole
She
family.
just
She's
feels
6.
bad. She would have solved the crime in the first
They
fucking
could
10
have just
seconds.
sent Soapy on
but
the bus
Marnie,
and she would have figured out
she's
killing him.
Marnie. She's
She could have
humouring
killed
Marnie.
fucking Salazar, whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah.
She could have went there.
Salamander.
Salamander, yeah.
All right, so after that, sketchy ass Luke comes and pulls Marnie aside, and he starts to warn her. He's like, "I didn't mean for that to happen, Marnie. I didn't know that he was gonna do that.
To your grandma.
I thought he was just gonna come and chill. I thought he was a nice bad
I thought he just
warlock.
wanted the
Like,
the
what?
talisman
He
to
made
take over
me
the world.
hot.
He's only thing he wants to take over Halloweentown or take around like the
I
real
just thought
realm.
he wanted to take over the whole entire fucking
Yeah.
planet of Earth, every dimension.
I didn't think he was gonna hurt anybody.
I didn't think he was gonna hurt your grandma.
I mean, at least not
He was
anybody
in
here.
that motherfucking movie theater.
was sitting with the
sprawled out
corpses.
with corpses. He brought people there. He probably brought everyone there. So he goes, huh? What's gonna happen when her grandma comes here? Oh, he's just gonna be nice and just take the talisman and let her ride. What happened to the other fucking 30 residents of this town? They're all fucking corpsed up in there. You don't think he's gonna do the same thing to her grandma?
Yeah.
What?
the
Just
fuck?
fuck everybody else.
Fuck you,
So-
Luke. You fucking piece
For
of shit.
real. So while he's telling
be
her
gross.
this, while he's telling her this, the guy starts coming out. He just
revealing
He comes
himself
out
to
of
the
the cloud,
town.
yeah.
He comes out, but I
And
guess the
fucking
sun doesn't
Salazar
affect him anymore
salamander.
because
He's
now
a
he's just out in the
salamander.
middle
He
of the
blocked
city.
out the sun.
Why didn't he just do
Yeah,
that
he
before?
He got powerful.
Yeah,
And,
true.
Timing.
So
Fucking
yeah, so
salamander
Dark
over
Cloud
here.
and Psychopath appear, and then he shows himself to be the mayor.
Yeah,
And then like Marnie,
Salamander.
Luke, and he's Salazar.
He's always got this
His name
intense
is
fucking
Calabar.
wind.
His name is Calabar.
Calabar.
So,
Remember Calabar's Revenge?
Luke and Marnie are talking. Okay,
Calabar.
okay. So did you notice this? So now Luke and Marnie are talking now. They're going
Now
back
they're
and
getting
forth. They're talking, and then Luke, it goes and it just looks on Luke's face, and he goes, he says, "It's our only chance." But he mouths the words, "It's our last chance." I rounded it like 10 times. Yeah, he goes, it's our only chance, but he says it's our last chance. Like, it's plain as day. They dubbed over and changed it. Because I guess it makes sense, because why the fuck would it's our last chance?
No,
this is the only chance you've ever came up with.
This
how
is
is
your
it
first
last?
and last. It's like your first
This is your
chance.
only, yeah. So
You only have one shot.
But I guess
not
that-
miss your chance to blow.
So that was a instance where they're like, it was a good take, but you're gonna need to double.
Nah,
Yeah, I
but
couldn't
like that
shoot it
doesn't
like-
sound right because it's our first chance.
Yeah. I don't know. You didn't notice that?
No.
I rewounded it
I was
a
just
million
trying to get
times.
to the end of that movie.
Yeah, I feel you. Okay, so then all of a sudden it cuts to the mayor, Salazar, and he looks and he sees the cloak that Marnie had on, and he goes, "Oh, hey, Marnie, come over here." You know what I mean? Starts
Give me the talisman.
Yeah, like it starts going off, and then
Give me the Taliban.
and she's not coming. And she's just fucking booking. She's like
Booking it
before
towards the
flat.
fucking the pumpkin.
Yeah, so he starts
Jack-o'-lantern.
blasting away, doing his thing, and hits a couple in the back, and then he turns around and the reveal, it's fucking Luke, and he goes, "Fooled ya." So lame. Oh my god, I
Obviously
wanted to
not.
zap him again. I wanted to zap him
should've
again,
zapped him
motherfucker.
just-
I wanted to go to the
He
second
could've
level so he flied away.
So boom,
Fucking
cuts
blast
to Marnie is on the top of the jack-o'-lantern, about to drop the fucking talisman into there,
She
and
takes
then
so fucking long. She's
Yeah.
already
and
on the
then
top
Salamander, boom, shoots.
Blast her up.
Yeah,
But
blast
she's-
her up a couple
Luckily,
times.
she's powerful enough, like her grandma, where she has enough chance to speak and do some shit
Yes,
afterward.
she dropped it and it perfectly lands.
It
in
shows
there.
it like fake CGI.
Well,
just
she fake
flipping.
dies, and then she
Dies,
gets the
comes
last
back.
second of hype because she's like remembers her grandma's speech.
She hears her grandma talking in her
Yeah.
head, and she's already frozen, but yet
She's like, it's a
so
magic.
powerful.
Here's the thing about magic.
You
You
just
just,
have to want
want
it.
something and then let yourself have it. So she awakes, drops it, lands
Flips
perfect.
6 times and
And then
lands
so
perfect.
it lands in a perfect spot and it just illuminates
Blast.
light. And then it just hits Salazar and shit like that. And then I'm just wondering, why the fuck does this even work? And then so everyone starts waking up. Why? I don't get why is this thing have this effect?
Why only when you plugged in?
It's
She
a-
made a witch's brew. It should be immediately turned on.
It's just so ridiculous. Like this just makes no sense. Like it's you know what I mean? It's only here for this. It just makes no fucking
She's had that talisman for how many hundreds of years just to
I
wait for
know.
this one moment, and then
And-
gets murked, gets
But,
frozen
yeah,
up.
and the mayor's not even hurt. I mean, not even dead.
He
He's
gets
just
blasted,
hurt.
yeah.
And so the mom and grandma run up real quick, and they step up, and then they figure out it's the mayor. And then
It's like, it's Salazar.
it's Salazar. But then, so tell me this. So then
Calabar.
Calabar he goes up and he sees the mom, and he's like, "You
Oh.
could have had me," and all
could've
this
been a
stuff. And I'm thinking,
queen.
bitch, this has been 25 years. You didn't expect to see her.
Yeah.
What the? You're still holding on to this?
This is
You're
like a
in high school.
25-year grudge.
You're a fucking loser. Like what
Yeah,
the
they
fuck?
even got some of the kids. Remember, it's like, oh, how's your mom? Like, starts talking, being all weird. It's like,
Yeah,
now she
it's
comes
like,
back. It's like,
why is that
you
bothering
could
you
have had
still?
this. You could have been
had-
queen.
I'm the mayor. Yeah, like
You could have been queen.
I'm like, bro, it's been 25 years, dog. Like, it's pretty fucking sad. You
Bro,
are a
you're
loser.
old as a motherfucker
And then he
by now.
fucking pulls a Jedi shit and gets the talisman and he fucking summons
shoots
it.
across the town.
And he summons it from the pumpkin.
Lands
And
in his
so the
hand.
grandma pulls out a maraca and starts fucking
It's
juggling.
like a pair of scissors. or
Yeah, and
some
she's.
shit.
So
Yeah, she's
she
just
steps
juggling
to
and
him.
jiving, dog.
So she steps to him like, oh, she was getting it.
Yeah, bobbing and
weaving.
weaving. She's bobbing and
Yeah,
weaving.
then so the mom sees her. She's like, I need to back new girl.
Mom comes up, steps up, she starts bobbing.
She throws her setup up. They're trying to square up. And then, nothing's working. So the little brother starts getting heated. He's like, oh my God, I'm about to fucking take out this. I'm a nerd. I need to take out my fucking virgin fucking anger. And his fingers start fucking illuminating like
Sparks are
lightning.
coming off and
Sparks
shit.
are coming off him. And then Marnie's like, oh
Whatever
my
the fuck's his name?
God.
What's his name?
Zach. I don't
Paul.
know. So whatever. Lightning starts coming out of his fingers. And then, so Marnie goes, hey, chocolate bar.
What the fuck kind of insult
You
is
are
that?
not allowed to throw insults anymore.
She called him a chocolate bar.
Like, I get it, because Salazar,
No, James Dillon.
huh? Okay. So, because it's Salazar, so it's Calabar.
Salazar,
What's his
Calabar,
real-
chocolate bar.
Chocolate bar.
Yeah, chocolate
So,
bar.
Calamari.
there's really, the joke there that you're trying to hit him with is that it sounded
Calabar.
similar. That's where you're going? I'm gonna really get this guy. I'm gonna say something that sounds similar to his name. That's really a tasty fucking something that you like. Chocolate bar's not a bad thing. If it was like maybe a sexual innuendo or something like that.
Yeah, for real. It's like, are you calling me sweet?
You chocolate, it's fucking, so nice diss. So Moni starts, adding everybody, and she just like going, she's like, starts like stepping up like it's the fucking rap, like the beginning of a rap cipher. We got Grandma, we got fucking Mom here, we got Sophie, we got Dylan as the warlock, we got me, Marnie. She's like, hit it, guys. Yeah, and then they just stand there with their eyes closed.
Going,
yeah, and I'm like, why is Salazar just sitting there letting them do this?
I'd be laughing and be like, shut the fuck up.
Because belief has a noise, and it sounds like this.
But it's like, why wouldn't he just destroy them
Just
right
blast
there?
them.
Like, they're sitting there with their eyes closed.
I'm gonna let you build up your powers all together.
Yeah,
Wait,
he's just holding the talisman like it's a lightsaber.
Wait for it.
And just laughing like, ho, 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 ho. So then...
And Raiden is just sitting there.
Raiden, that's the name I was looking for. Yeah, Raiden finally holds the hand, and he starts getting in. And then, oh my god, this starts to work. And then Salazar disintegrates.
Yeah, he disintegrates, and then they force pull the wand back, and they grab it, and yay, they all save the day.
Everyone is mad hype. Everyone's mad hype. The mom and daughter come together. These loose ends are tied up. You think it's all going to be nice. Mom, thank you. The mom's like, oh my god, honey, this was such a fantastic trip. Or now she wants her to be a witch. All that shit.
Okay, she's like, Grandma needs to finish her thing. She's like, no.
So
I'm going to finish your training.
Okay, so then what about this? So this,
Bitch, you haven't practiced witchcraft in fucking
I think that's you like you are the worst person to train her.
I want Grandma. She's the OG witch, bitch.
When something serious was going down and you had to
puss.
stop somebody,
you're a puss.
You turned him into a flower. Like, you have no say.
I'm like, Mom, you turn that kid into a flower?
Yo, but
Grandma be murking people. I'd rather have Sophie train me.
Yo, so speaking of Luke, so right after this like whole celebration,
he got blasted.
Yeah, so hold on. So she looks over and she sees Luke. Like, oh my god, I forgot about Luke. So she runs over and she's like, oh, I'm definitely going to make out with him now. He just saved the day and he's good looking. I'm definitely going to get this guy. Oh, twist, he's back to normal because Salazar
and he's
changed
even better
him.
looking than before.
And he turns into, he's gross. So he looks like a fucking troll. And they have the audacity to sit there, and when he's talking, he's like, yeah, he made me good looking. Oh, when I was good looking, I'm like, who the fuck said you were good looking, motherfucker?
In the first place.
Ugly ass piece of shit.
Better, you can say better looking.
Yeah,
like, you look better than what you did now,
yeah,
but you're
like,
not.
The balls on this guy to be like, oh, when I was good looking.
His nose was probably about the size of a Big Mac.
Who do you think he smashed? The push pin lady? Like, what the fuck?
He's 12 or 13.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Probably a can of peanut butter.
So yeah, and then I know Marnie, when she saw that, she was so devastated. I could see it in her face. She's like, God damn it.
I don't want that.
This guy was cool, he was good looking, he helped out, he took a fucking bullet, and then now he's a fucking hideous ass monster. And if Disney Channel's gonna tell us something, it's definitely not. It's not what's in the inside the council.
So she gave him like a
she gives
pity kiss.
him a pity kiss. She gives him a fucking pity kiss, and you know it's for pity.
Yeah. She's like, I'm going back to Earth and fuck you, ugly.
She's like, yeah, we'll send email or something like that.
I'll send a fucking ghost card.
Yeah, and then the grandma's like, Marnie, hey, Luke, we have a job for you.
Yeah, like
they make him the bus driver.
That's what his life is.
Congratulations, Luke! You got a promotion to bus
13.
driver.
You're 13, but you're a bus driver.
At 13.
They're making this kid work at 13.
And you're disgusting now, so guess what? You're 13, you're stuck being a bus driver to your skeleton. You're gonna be here too after you're a skeleton.
What are child labor laws?
Oh my god!
What's that? He's not a child. He's a goblin, or whatever the fuck he is.
Goblin labor laws.
There is none. You can do what the fuck you want for eternity. That's your job for eternity.
Man. So yeah, it's all a happy ever after.
Yeah, this movie fucked
and then the mom just assumed because she's like, oh yeah, Grandma, I'm gonna need some help with the kids. The PTA meetings run long Thursday nights to babysit, and she's like, oh, I can only go out on Halloween night, and she's like, huh, I guess you gotta come live with us then. And I'm like, damn, putting the bitch on the spot? Like, bitch, what the f... I love Halloweentown.
I got shit to take care of at
my
house.
I want to live over there.
I can live for free.
You guys moved here.
I've lived here for 200 and something years. In a special fucking town where everybody's witchcraft and shit.
For real.
Yeah, I'll come live on Earth.
You don't have to hide being a witch.
Yeah,
right?
Like, she just assumed...
Why wouldn't they just move back to Halloweentown?
Balls on this woman.
The daughter's from there. Bring her kids back to live her the life that she could. Why would you make Grandma leave after 200 plus years of living in the same house?
What is she gonna do? What the fuck is she gonna do?
The whole town was like, oh yeah, and Aggie fucking Cromwell, yeah, she's lived in the same house, but never put their name on the gate.
What is she gonna go and do a job in the normal world?
And even before, they said that they can't make phone calls to the other world. Yeah. You could send a bus, but you can't make a phone call?
Yeah, it's true. That's true. But yeah, I think that was ridiculous. So now she puts her on the spot and she's like, okay. Like it's like the most awkward thing ever. So, and then, cause Marnie already goes off her, like, oh my god, I gotta show you this. And then the look on Grandma's face is, what the fuck did I get into? I should have let the bad thing take over.
I should
have stayed frozen.
So, alright, and then they hop on the bus and they blast off. And it's
literally
the end of
just
the movie.
in their movie theater, just like faking it, just still there.
Grandma, we killed Calabasas. We killed Calabasas already.
Yeah, come on. Okay, so tell me. Okay, so did you notice this? So, okay, blast off. They blast off. Yeah. The end credits come, and the first names was the aerobic instructor. Like they didn't even put the actors' names there. It was like aerobic instructor guy number 1. Like they started with the most random things. I'm like, damn, dog. Like
it's probably alphabetical.
Or it was just they played them in the beginning.
The aerobic instructor.
What?
It said aerobic instructor.
No, I'm saying maybe they put their names in the beginning and then like the end credits are for all like the people behind the scenes and shit.
I'm gonna go with no.
You're gonna go with shut the fuck up.
No. All right, so this movie was over. Mother of Christ. All right, we got through it. So let's go through and let's get our last opinions. Bobby, I have you shut off with you.
I love this fucking movie as a kid. Like me and Pota were saying, every fucking Halloween that movie came on Disney, I had to watch it. I was legit.
Yeah.
Fucking loved it. This time I could barely get through it. I fucking hated it.
I wish I was the Bone cab driver.
I wish I was Benny the Bone Man.
Yeah.
And definitely rating this thing a fucking 3.5.
Ooh.
4 maybe.
Okay.
God, it's terrible.
Yeah, what Bobby said, pretty much. It's one of those old ones, hits you in the heart, but and you watch it now, it's like, what was wrong with me?
So bad.
It was definitely hard to watch. So,
it was.
Yeah, like.
Did you watch all in one sitting?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Did this morning.
I didn't want to. I was literally texting Evan in the middle of
it.
Evan's
this
like,
morning.
Yo, you got it. You can get through it.
I'm sit through it, so you guys.
Yeah, I was like, dude, it's so terrible.
This morning, hungover, forcing myself through that. So it was not fun.
That must have been bad.
A 2.
2?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
fuck that.
This is a perfect example to show like the proof that like how stupid you actually are as a child.
Yeah,
and
I love these movies.
Yes.
I guarantee if we do this to every one of those original Disney
we
Channel
have
movies,
to do more.
Yeah, if we do any of those, I guarantee they're all trash. But I love that. Every time they came on, like every one, I wanted to watch.
But it questions my
You waited every week for the new one to come out every week. Remember?
If they were to write something with a little more substance, that was a little more smarter, maybe, would I understand it
pumping them out
as a kid
every
too?
week they had to have one out. It's like, imagine all those kids are like getting like fucking, it's like slave labor. It's like, imagine they're pumping out a Disney Channel movie every week. Remember we used to wait for like, Friday or Saturday, remember?
I remember that, but I didn't know it was like...
I think it was like every Saturday there was like a new
Saturday,
movie.
it was a new Disney Channel movie. Yeah, there's so many.
Yeah, that shit was fire. But yeah, so I'll say, it was really hard to watch. It took me 3 sittings to watch it. I'm gonna give it like a fucking 1.5. Like it was bad. It was
difficult.
It was really bad.
Terrible.
So, but no, we definitely gotta. I want to like eventually revisit like how like Disney movies and see how bad they are.
There's 5 of Halloweentowns.
I know. I don't want to do another Halloweentown.
No,
but I want to do like Brink and shit like that.
I'm not
like
saying we're gonna do another one. That's how many Disney Channel movies there's 5 Halloweentowns.
I know, that's insane.
There's like Calabar's Revenge, Halloweentown High School, Halloweentown fucking this. There's
maybe we'll have to do one random one maybe later.
They'll milk the dead cow if they had to. For sure.
Mm-hmm.
But that's how awesome it was back then that we loved it so much. I watched all those. Probably.
Yeah, and
there's like 50 Airbuds.
Yeah. MVP 2, we gotta do that maybe too.
Oh my god, Brink.
But
MVP.
we gotta definitely the Brinks and the Johnny Tsunamis because I love those so much. Where I want to tear them apart.
Yeah, I want to watch.
You know what I mean? I need to.
I just literally want to watch Johnny Tsunami, so I'll roast it while I'm watching.
So all right, let's get the hell out of here.
You guys fucking suck.
Yeah, hit us up. Let us know what movies to watch, and if we suck, tell us. And then you can't fight. Nobody here can except for me.
Good joke.
Yeah,
I can't read.
Yeah.
All right, you guys suck. Yeah,
all right.
Hit us up.
Salazar.
Soft.
Salamander.
Calamari.